Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your fave. It's your girl. Um, sorry, I'm feeling quite energetic and I think it's me procrastinating from doing work. Um, Welcome to MSc Diaries. Welcome back. Welcome. This is week 12, the end of term 2. How we doing? How are we doing, girl? I am delirious. I think when I messaged last week, I had 4 pieces of coursework outstanding. I've submitted 2. I've got 2 more to go. My timeline has been moved up due to like some family issues. I will be traveling, which means that one of them I had to submit. I had to submit by Wednesday anyway, but now and the other one I also have to submit on Wednesday, Thursday morning, the latest. Am I pushing my luck? Yes, I am. But I am insane, therefore I will succeed. I actually didn't go to uni my last week. That's not true. I went to uni on Wednesday for my last data visualization lecture. I didn't go to my lecture on Monday because for Mother's Day, obviously I was here with my mom, and then I went to visit my sisters to give them their Mother's Day presents, and the breathing issue that I've had was exasperated. I also think like the pollen contributed highly to that. So by the time I got home Sunday, I barely slept. Like I had the roughest sleep I've had in a very long time. I spent most of it like coughing up my lungs. Sorry, I was checking my tea is still hot. So I could not get up to go to uni. And then I went to uni on Tuesday. And then what time did we leave? We left at midnight. Yeah, we were in the library. So after our lecture, we were in the library until midnight. And then again, struggling to breathe when I got home. Again, pollen in the night air contributed. So again, spent the night coughing up my lungs. Could not go to uni on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, pretty much the same. I was just not feeling well. And I made kind of like completing my assignments my priority. So I just stayed home and completed them. So those 2 are submitted. I'm currently working on my database and data infrastructure assignment, and I have my machine learning assignment to do. The feedback that I've gotten from the people in my class is like machine learning is hard. It is hard. So they was just like, just do database infrastructure first and then do machine learning, because yeah. So now I'm just like, what does that mean for me? Do I bring my laptop with me on my flight and like try to finish it? Is that even realistic? Is that realistic, babes? Is it? I don't know. So these are basically my options. Am I stressed? Yes, I am stressed because like I've got less than a week to submit both these assignments. However, I'm also not stressed at the same time because I saw like my nieces and nephews yesterday, and like my youngest niece, I call her auntie's baby, hugged me, and there's something about being hugged by a toddler that just makes everything better. I mean, I couldn't go to acupuncture because my acupuncturist was on holiday and I don't have time to go for a massage. So what's the next best thing? Getting hugged by auntie's baby. Honestly, works miracles. It's kind of like, you guys are, I don't know who my audience is, but basically like I was gonna say it's like smelling a newborn baby. Like newborn babies have a smell about them that like if I could bottle, I definitely would, because the smell of a newborn baby. That sounds unhinged, but actually it's newborn babies release a pheromone that makes you broody. Like it makes you want a baby. That's their smell. And I'm like, you cannot trick me. But yeah, like the smell of a newborn baby, absolutely love it. And like getting hugged by a toddler, there's something about like being hugged by a kid that's just like, wow, thank you, you know? And like she's now at the stage where she's talking more. Like she didn't used to talk much. And she was a silent toddler, but now she's talking a lot more. And like she just cracks me up with her little stories. Like she's learning emotions. So like at her nursery they're like teaching her different emotions. So like anger, happy, bored, so on and so forth. And like she'd ask me yesterday, like, Auntie, are you happy? And I'm like, yes. Are you happy? And she'd be like, yes. And it was just like a cute little interaction. Like I can't believe like she's that big now. To be fair, I feel like that about all like my nieces and nephews, because like my oldest nephew is in his late 20s. And yeah, my oldest nephew's in his late 20s. My other nephew is 22 and he's a giant. He's ridiculously tall. And like talking to him and I'm just like, you are a full-fledged adult human being. Like this little boy, that I used to like crack jokes with, that used to tell me like these wonderful stories. Like, you're an adult. Like, it's so not strange. It's amazing. Like, oh, to be a baby. Like, well, no, not in this economy, please. Like, if I could do my life again, I'm like, the 90s were rough, but they were fun. So if I could do it again, I don't know if I would actually. Actually, if I could do it again, knowing what I know now, I would do it again. Like, I would do it again. Like, there's like some little things that I would change. I would do it again. But I'm also thinking about it like all the pain and the trauma wouldn't have been worth it. And when I say the pain and the trauma, I'm talking about like, for example, my friend passed away. When was his birthday? It was a Sunday. He passed away like, no. He turned 10 on the Sunday and then he passed away that Thursday. And his birthday was the month before mine. So that was a very traumatic thing to deal with as a child. So like, yeah, thinking about like doing it all again, I don't know if I would, because that was traumatic. But yeah. I feel like I want to be a yapper today, but I don't actually have much to yap about because I haven't been outside. I've been in my bedroom. Oh, I went to the Wahlberg Institute on Friday. I had tickets to the tarot card exhibition. It's up until, I want to say, the end of April. May, maybe the end of April. I don't remember. As I don't have a big audience, by the time you see this, it's probably gone. Yeah, so I went to the tarot exhibition at the Wahlberg Institute. I'm really interested in, like, I find tarot cards interesting. I find a lot of occultism interesting. Is that what we can call it? Occultism. I'm not practicing. I'm not a witch. I'm not a babalao. I'm not a obeah woman. I'm none of these things. I just find it interesting, because I definitely feel like there is more to Earth than what we see. Obviously, open your third eye. Sound a little hotepy, but that's okay. Oh yeah, open your third eye. There's like so much around us that we're like unaware of. And someone said, I don't know where I saw this. It was on TikTok, or maybe, I don't know, probably TikTok. Someone said, like, you know, in Interstellar, if you have seen Interstellar, there is a scene where at the beginning when Matthew McConaughey's character is like saying goodbye to his daughter, and as he's saying goodbye to his daughter, like these books fall off the bookshelf, and they're just like, oh my gosh, what is that? But later on in the film, you see that basically he's trapped in a fourth dimension. He's trapped in another dimension through space, time travel, yada yada yada. And what you then see is him looking back at himself, and it's actually him that's moving the bookcases, moving the books from the bookcase, and they fall. And it's like him trying to tell himself not to go, but obviously you don't know what you don't know. And then someone said, like, what if when you're by yourself, or you have moments where like something happens, like, oh, you see something out of the corner of your eye and you look and there's nothing there. And they were like, what if that is future you looking at past you, you know? Stuff like that I find very interesting. Like, sign me up. I'm involved. I'm involved. I believe in it. Because I feel like there is no way that we're just humans on Earth. There's no way. Because when you actually think about it, sorry, I'm getting into my astrophysics bag. Like, when you think about it, yeah, we are on a floating rock, flying through space, orbiting a floating rock that's on fire. Actually, it's not a floating rock that's on fire. It's a ball of gas. We are orbiting a ball of gas. Like, when you think about that, that is absolutely insane. Like, there is no way that we're just humans. That's it. And like, when you think about, like, just to like clarify, like, yes, I believe in God. I believe there is a God. I believe in God. Yeah. I also believe in the universe, as in, it's too interconnected for there to only just be one thing. So like, people that are like, oh, I believe in God, but I don't believe in evolution. Impossible. You can believe in both. I believe in both. It's possible to believe in both. The reason why it's possible to believe in both, right? And this is like another thing that I've been thinking about like recently, how like everyone's been saying that like, so I don't know what that was, but like my phone literally jumped out of my tripod. So going back to what I was saying, maybe it is future me telling current me something. I don't know, girl. I don't know. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, like, I think it's possible to believe in both. So I think you can believe in God and the universe, because scientifically speaking, we are atoms, right? We are made out of atoms. And like, I haven't quite fully grasped the science behind it, but it is that like, at the smallest level, we are atoms. Everything is made up out of atoms. And basically, when the Big Bang happened, science with Janelle, when the Big Bang happened, so like, okay, I have to go back a couple of steps. So, no. Because in my head, I'm like, who was made from a dying star? And now I'm like, I think that's like lore from an Avengers film. But basically, like, during the Big Bang, when the universe was created, yada, 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 everything was made out of atoms. So basically, everything on Earth is made from stardust. We are made from stardust because we are atoms. Don't quote me on this. Yeah, don't quote me on this, but you can if you want to. But yeah, we are made out of atoms. And everything around us is made out of atoms. So if everything around us is made out of atoms, therefore, there is more to life than just God. Like, science is a thing. Like, science is real. And I think the two can coexist. They are coexisting. Because I believe that there's certain things in life that have happened that you don't have an answer for, you cannot explain. And you cannot explain it with science. The only way to explain it is through spirituality. Like, I genuinely believe that. And like for some people, they see things, like some people see things, some people hear things, some people feel things. And I feel like it's possible for those things to coexist. That's why I also like the idea of how in Interstellar, like Matthew McConaughey's character was trapped in like a fourth dimension. To me, that makes sense. Because like, for example, when you're sleeping, I sound so crazy, but I don't think I sound crazy because this makes sense to me. But like when you're sleeping and you're dreaming, like for me anyway, sometimes I see things in my dreams that are going to happen, if that makes sense. Sometimes I see things in my dream that answer a question that I have. Sometimes I see things in my dream that aren't here. They aren't here. Sometimes I see things in my dream that dream me is going through the motions, but like sleep me isn't. I don't. Okay, I'll give you an example. I'll give you two examples. So, I had a massage for my birthday last year. That's all I wanted. I wanted a 2-hour massage for my birthday. And while I was having this massage, like, I fell asleep. A sign of a good treatment for me is if I fall asleep on the table. Like, if I fall asleep at the table, that means that I have relaxed. And the issue, not the issue, but the thing with massage for me is if I don't relax, my body tends to tense up because I don't like people touching me. So, yeah, I had a massage. I fell asleep. And the thing was, I was sleeping, but I was listening to myself snoring. And it was like, I knew that I had fallen asleep. Like, my body had fallen asleep. But mentally, I was awake. I was listening to the music playing. I was listening to the practitioner, like, moving around my body, moving around the room. All of that. And, like, I'm actively thinking about things, but my body's asleep. The same thing when I went to acupuncture. Like, my body was asleep, but I'm like listening to the people move around the room. How do I know my body's asleep? Because I was snoring. So like I'm listening to people move around the room. I can't necessarily hear like the noise from like the actual, I guess, the chemist part of the acupuncture place. But I'm listening. So like I can hear when the practitioner's coming in to check on me and then leaving again. Or when like the chemist, I'm just going to call her the chemist, when she came in to like check a few documents and like left the room. I can hear all these things, but I'm snoring. So I feel like it's possible. Everything's possible. I don't actually have anything else to say. I'm going to bang out this coursework. I want to submit my database assignment. I want to finish. So basically, I need to build like an EDR, and I need to build a database. I need to build the EDR. I need to do like my dictionary and stuff. So I want to do that today. Like, I want to lock in and do all of that today. I've got like 2 essay questions that I need to answer. I say essay questions, it's about 500 words that I need to write. The problem is that I can't do that. I can't do those 2 questions now because I feel like once I build the database, those 2 questions will make sense to me. Yeah. That's about it. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't know how I'm going to do this because I paused the video. No, I stopped the previous video. This is the second video. I stopped the previous video when my phone jumped out of the case. I don't know what that was about, but I guess. So will there be a video next week? This week, because it's Sunday. I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna see what I can do. So there might be a video next week. Depends on like, that means I have to bring my tripod. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put my tripod. Yeah, do you know what? I might just do that. I might just bring it with me, and then I can let you know how I got on. Talk about my travel day. Maybe learn how to edit. Maybe I need to sneeze. Bless me. Maybe talk about my travel day. What else? I don't know. I'll see how I feel. Thanks for watching, as always. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.